Hey, what's up, guys? So today is Thursday for Choppa History. Thanks everybody for tuning in. So today, DP and I we have a lot of projects going on in the shop, and we figured we would share them with you guys. And a shout out to Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers for sponsoring Chopper History and allowing us to do this show and bring you guys some cool guests. On Monday, we are going to have Bubba Blackwell. Those of you guys that don't know him, you should. He is an original stunt rider, has several records that he beat Evel Knievel at. So Monday's show, we will have Bubba Blackwell. And then Thursday's show, we're going to have Mandy and Shelly Rossmeyer, the girls that run Destination Daytona. They are definitely some cool girls. So we'll have two good shows next week. So make sure you tune in next week. Let me see some of these comments. Hi, Angie. Mike Woodchuck, glad you got your book. Those of you guys that ordered books, they got sent out last week, so you should have them already. Let's see. Brad Murray, you can say hello to DP when you see him. John Holloway, thanks for always tuning in. Craig from American Icon. Doug Francie, I still have your book here waiting for when you get back, if you're not back already. Walt, good afternoon, Walt. And Dossie, hi. Let's see who else. Matt, good morning. I don't know how to say that name. Nathalia? Tony? Hi. Kurt and Amanda Emery. Kurt, I have some of those pecans stashed in DP. Saw me eating them yesterday, got all excited, and definitely devoured them because apparently he's already eaten all his. Joe Moore from Canada, thanks for watching from up north. All right, guys, so I'm going to switch to my phone so that I can go out in the shop. So bear with me for a minute while I figure out how to do this, because I got to take myself off and then add me again. So, and all you guys, like, the comments, all of a sudden, all of them will pop up at once. So if I didn't get to all you guys, hellos, good mornings, sorry, but we'll try to go back to them. And as we're walking around, I can see the comments. So make sure you ask questions. If you want me to go back and look at something, anything, just let me know. All right, so bear with me. I'll be right back. All right, so I guess there I am. Let me see here. Let's... Okay, hang on. I think I might be muted. Can you guys hear me? I'm assuming you can. All right, let's go find DP. All right,
how are you doing today, everybody? Did you show any of the bikes in the showroom?
No.
How about that new Sportster?
Yeah, you can show them that.
Okay. This Sportster here, this is a 1963. I built this bike in 1979. I delivered it to a guy in 79. We put it in his heated basement, and I called him several weeks ago just to see if he still had it. I haven't talked to him in probably 30 years, and he still had it, and it was for sale. I went over to check it out, and the bike has never been moved since the day I dropped it off in 1979. It's never even been started. So I just picked this bike up. I bought it back from him, and very cool bike. Got a small stroker motor. I think it's 77 inches. Everything's chrome. The paint looks like new. This was painted in 1979.
Somebody said AMF right side shaft, rare and very cool.
Yeah, well, it's a right side shift.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's way
switch-
before
oh, yeah, it does say
AMF
shift.
though.
Sorry.
This is 63. But yeah, very cool bike. It's for sale, but I think it's going into a collection that a guy has. He has a lot of my old bikes. But
So
Yeah.
so the rear brake and the shifter are opposite
yeah,
on this bike.
yeah,
Do you know when they switched it?
yeah. They had this set up. They had a right side shift up until 1974. 1975 and 76, they used a really half-ass crossover setup because the law, the federal law made them change it, but they hadn't had time to build the cases with the left-hand shift. So in 77, they came out with a left-hand shift and a right side brake.
Was it only on the Sportsters?
Yes, only on the
Yeah, so
Sportsters.
same. My
The big
man had-
twins always shifted on the left.
Okay.
So, but this is a true classic. And then, of course, we have this 66 over here that's a full restoration. And that also is going into a collection. So
Okay.
that's the latest. And, of course, you saw these bobbers.
Yep. They're sold.
Yeah. It's
I already sold them.
2 Coventry bobbers.
Covington.
And did you show your 12?
Well, no, because there's not much to look at right now.
Okay.
It will be though.
And these 2 motors, this shovelhead motor is for a project we're doing. We're doing a restoration on a early FX for a guy, and the motor is fresh and been redone. And this is an Indian motor.
Yeah, we've shown this before.
And this is gonna be a board tracker that we're gonna build. For the last 7 or 8 years, we were gonna build it, but the motor is still here. It's a brand new motor.
Frank says, wasn't Triumph and BSA shifted on the right?
Yes, they did, but then they switched later also.
Yeah. Kyle Pusser, how's it going?
Hey, Kyle.
He said right side shift was for racing.
Well,
Because
yeah,
it depends.
yeah,
All right.
and
Shop's
So-
kind of messy right now,
yeah,
but
out here we've got a paint job that Jody's
Yep.
doing.
I've been working on
Yeah.
this week, so I'll
Jody
get it done.
started it,
today.
So, there's some flames underneath that black paint that you see there. And this is another old restoration.
Yeah, we've shown this a
And
couple of times.
this frame, this is my panhead that I'm building. This is the frame. We just painted it. I stretched the frame 1.5 inches and added 3 degrees of rake and made some modifications on this. And this is going to be a panhead that I'm building now. Hopefully we'll start putting it together. Within the next week, we'll start putting it together.
And that's going to be for Sturgis?
That is going to be hopefully for Daytona.
Oh, really? You're going to
Yeah.
have it done that soon?
I would like to have this panhead done to bring it to Willie's.
Oh, that would be cool.
Willie's Tropical Tattoo, the coolest old school show there is. Just to bring it there, just to, show it. I mean, I wouldn't put it in a competition, but just to have it there would be really cool. So I'm going to try to have this bike done for Willie's show.
Well, that'd be cool. We have Mandy and Shelly Rossmeyer next Thursday.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
And who do we have on Monday?
Bubba Blackwell.
Bubba Blackwell on Monday. Bubba's
Yeah.
our old friend. Bubba is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Talk about a thick accent.
Yeah. And then over here, we've got knucklehead projects. We've got 2 46 knuckleheads that we're doing restoration on. This is the frame for one of them. These are the fenders for both. They're both in really nice shape, considering what they are. So we're in the process of rolling on these. One of them, we hope to have the chassis all assembled within a week or so. And we'll be looking pretty good. And oh, how about my tank over there?
Yeah, you can show them.
Hey.
Can you put it on the frame, or is the frame too soft?
Yeah, no, I don't put it on the frame. This is the gas tank for my panhead. This is an old Sportster turtle tank. I have the original emblems on it. I'm doing a 1965 paint scheme on it. It's going to be not a flashy bike at all. It's going to be very different for what we usually build. But it's going to be a really cool rider. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to have good suspension, good brakes, and a panhead motor and a 4-speed. So as we go over here in our service area, so right here, we're doing, this is for one of the 46 knuckles. We're assembling the front end. Dave's been getting the parts together, and unfortunately we were missing one of the pieces, and we found it, and it was broken. We had to fix it, so we've got to Parkerize it. Dave, you back there? Where is he? Oh, anyways, so this is part of the Knucklehead project. Once we get the front end together, we can bring the frame over here. The wheels.
They're on the other side. I already showed them.
No, they're not.
Oh, there's 2 spoked wheels.
Yeah, no, these are the wheels for that. Okay, these are the wheels for the first Knucklehead. These are all redone. Gary Broda at Custom Wheels assembled them, set up the bearings. Gary's been doing wheels for me for 40 years. Around here, if you need wheels done, Gary Broda is the guy. So these are all set. They've got the old school tires on them. And so that'll take care of.
All right, how about this bagger?
Okay, this bagger, we're doing a full paint job on it. We're putting a wide fat tire front wheel on it, and we had to black out the motor. So we got the rocker boxes off right now, and we just painted them. We painted the covers already, so they're done. And we're waiting for a front wheel from SMT, and then we can, get this back. But this will probably come off the lift tomorrow and kind of be put aside until we get the wheel. And then over here we have another Sportster project. This is a 67 Sportster, electric start. It's an XLH. This is the first year of the electric start Sportster. This is a twin to the bike that we have in the showroom, the 66. They're both identical bikes, same paint job, same chrome. These flames were done by Kelsey Martin back in 1978. This bike was built in 78. Actually, I sold this bike to the past owner in 1974. I sold him this bike as a stock original 67. And he spent a few years redoing it, and he finished it in 78, and he's been riding it since 78. This bike has 16,000. Yeah, this bike has 16,000 miles on it. So it's in.
This is a 67, you said?
Yeah.
So 67 was the first electric start for
67
Sportster?
was the first year of the electric start Sportster.
Yeah, 65 was the big twin.
Yeah, big twin was 65. Sportster was 67. But this is a completely original bike. There's not an aftermarket part on it, including this luggage rack, which is very, very rare. This is an original Harley accessory for 1967. Along with these fender tips. These are original Sportster fender tips. Very rare. I've only seen a very small handful of them.
They're in pretty good shape too.
Yeah, this whole bike, once this bike is detailed, this thing will be mint.
Hi, Tim and Allie Rains and eBay Jake. The tumbleweeds. Hi guys. I'm assuming that's you, Dave Nault. Hope you and Surrey are doing good. Robert Hatterman says, hello, Dave, from the hometown of Brockton.
Oh,
Somebody from Brockton.
Yeah.
Steve Brenner. Harold. Ashley from North Carolina. Paul Washington. Good morning. Carol. Okay. Let's
All
keep
right.
going.
So back here, we've got another project going on. We've got another project. This is
So
Jake.
this is Jake. Meet Jake.
Jake is on work release from his high school.
Work release from prison.
What school do you go to, Jake?
Bristol Plymouth.
Bristol Plymouth, right? He's on the work release program, and his
Co-op.
yeah, co-op. And his senior high school project is to build a bike. So what we've done is we've got Jake in here doing a lot of it himself. He's building a little rigid frame bobber, and we've already got rolling along on it. This is the motor and transmission. We started setting up the gas tank. We got the mounts all made. We got to finish welding them. It's got the oil tank in. So the next step is going to be the rear fender. So Jake, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here. What your plan is, and you know what this is all about.
Well, the plan is to have a fully running bike when we at the last day of school, right? Drive it in there.
When's your last day of school?
June,
Like end of June?
and early
June?
June, something like that.
Early June. Yeah.
So, have a finished product. You know?
Yeah, so this would be really cool. Is that the rear wheel you use?
Yep. And this
That'd be
is
cool.
front wheel there. 21-inch front wheel.
Oh, cool.
And he's running a Springer. And Paco supplied the frame and the gas tank and the Springer front end and the oil tank and a few other accessories. The guys at Paco are great. We do a lot of stuff with them. And so they'll be glad to see this project being finished by, you know, a young guy.
Jake, what do you think your teacher's gonna say?
Well, he's gonna be impressed, that's for sure. But
Yeah, I would think
You're gonna
so.
be a little surprised,
I
right?
hope
Yeah.
it's an A plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think DP would let you get a grade worse.
Yeah, we're teaching. Jake has never ridden a bike before, so this is quite
Lot
an
of learning.
experience for him, and he's learning a lot being here, working on the bikes, and I've got him doing a lot of other things, and it's a whole learning curve, and so hopefully it'll work out, and you know, later on in life it'll help him with one thing or another, just being able to know how all this stuff works and how everything goes together.
Doug Francie says your teacher's gonna want to ride it.
Yeah.
Do you think your teacher knows how to ride?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got a bike.
Yeah, I think he's got a
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
But he really doesn't know that Jake's doing this project with us.
Yeah.
Kurt Emery wants to know what style rear fender.
Kind of a short bobber, semi-wrapped front, rear fender.
So yeah, so not a long one.
No, it'll just be pretty short. You know, traditional bobber style rear fender. Also, we're gonna make a sissy bar. He wants a sissy bar.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, with a solo seat, with a little bitch pad on the back, just in case.
You know.
Right?
Never know.
Yeah.
But no rear foot pegs. I told him if he rides a passenger, she's got to wrap her legs around him.
Right, because you got to stick to the
Yeah.
tradition.
Yeah. Did you tell your mother that?
No, yeah.
Oh, boy.
She's not watching.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple people. Rondell says, congratulations, Jake, on starting your projects. It looks great. Edgar says, wow, pretty bike. Doug Francie says, yeah, the teacher will want to ride it. Josh says, lucky to learn from a legend. Tim Raines, thank you for getting the youth involved, says Nancy Weems. What about paint? Yeah, what are you going to do for paint?
Yeah. Tell them what we're going to do.
So, thinking most of it's gonna be like a real simple black and chrome, and then maybe some like heavy flake on the indent here for like some silver. Something real simple, you know, keep it clean.
And with
Yeah.
a number on it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
do
so
all
yeah,
that.
Jake,
So,
why don't you
Jake,
tell us?
them
Yeah.
about, you know, what you do on the side.
So I race stock cars, so obviously, you know, everything I do, I like to relate back to it. So I think we might put a 15 on it because that's my racing number, maybe on the oil tank or something. maybe the Jet on the tank, which is kinda
Yeah,
my
so that's your nickname.
Yeah.
So just what, like a month ago, you won a big race.
Yeah, pretty big race.
So tell us about that race.
So it's the Snowball Derby is the big event. It's in the Panhandle, of Florida, in Pensacola, and we started dead last, and we worked our way up to the front, and luckily we got a win. So that's
What
a
were you
pretty big
driving?
one.
Yeah.
It's called the Super Late Model. They ran all over the country. It's kind of like the step down from before you really get to serious stock car racing. But
Tell them about the car.
it's all tube chassis. Nothing's really left on its stock. It's got all fancy hubs, spindles, all that. It's 4 coilover car, so you got 4 springs with shocks all in one. It's got a 604 Chevy Crate engine that's got a little work done to it. And
How fast do you think you're going in that? What is it, a half mile?
yeah, depending on the track.
How at the Snowball?
At the Snowball, we're probably doing maybe 120 at the end of the straightaway. Not a huge track, but they go pretty good through the corner there, real banks. So.
Cool.
And then tell them about your legend car.
Oh, I also have a 3/4 scale, which is supposed to look like a 1934 Ford Coupe or a Chevy Coupe, depending on the body you have. It's all fiberglass tube chassis, and it's got a Yamaha FZ09 bikes motor in it, put horizontal.
So it's got a motorcycle motor?
Yeah, with a
That's pretty cool.
drive shaft ran down the side of it. It goes to a Toyota Silica rear end housing. So that's pretty wild. I mean, those are good fun. And then
Which one do you like racing better?
Probably the stock car, just because it's a little more serious and there's a little more money on the line too. So
How much money did you win at the Snowball?
$7,000 or $8,000, and then
That's pretty
with
cool.
bonuses, I think came out to about $8,000. So
Cool. Probably cost that much to go racing
yeah,
it.
they'll cover the expenses.
Yeah. How many cars are in the race?
I think 57 showed up trying to get in, and then
Wow, that's a lot.
around 30 made the race. So
So 30. So you beat 30 cars.
yeah.
That's pretty cool, Jake. How about, are you the youngest?
Was at one point. I think there was another 2, maybe 3 kids out there that are a little younger than me, and the rest were older.
Like how much older do you think? Is it mostly like 20-year-olds or is it?
There's a lot of everything out there. There's a lot of veterans that are in their later 50s, and then there's a lot of kids that are 13, 14. So
Yeah.
they got it all.
What about the equipment that you use? So you obviously have a fire suit,
Yeah,
right?
Fire suit, helmet.
What kind of
gloves,
helmet do you use?
I got a Simpson. It's carbon fiber, just because after about 100 laps or so, your head starts getting heavy. So
Yeah, I
it's a little
bet.
bit lighter. And then we have a neck restraint. It's called the Hans device, and your seatbelts hold it. So, like back in the day, they didn't have anything, so your head would hit off the steering wheel and stop you from ruining everything up here. So,
Yeah. Have you crashed?
yeah, I've been in some pretty rough ones.
I bet your mom doesn't like
Yeah.
that.
Broke a few bones here and there, but nothing serious. Maybe concussion.
When's your next race?
April, I'll be racing in North Carolina, the Easter Bunny 150. So
That's cool. Is it 150 laps or 150 miles?
150 laps.
That's pretty cool. That's a good
And tell
amount.
them about the championship you won.
Oh yeah, I won a championship this year too in the
Ah,
legend cars, which are those 3/4 scale, old school motorcycle engine machines, and won that at Seekonk this year with their limited schedule because of the whole COVID. But definitely had a good year.
yeah, it sounds like it. That's awesome. So this year hopefully will be even better.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that's
All right.
great. And well, over here we've got another project. This is a 1957 Sportster motor that we just put the bottom end together, and here's the transmission, and this is a full restoration that I'm doing on an old custom. It was a 1957 Sportster that I built in 1978. And it was a real cool custom. It was in a bunch of magazines, and I sold it, of course, right away. And I bought it back about 2 or 3 years ago, all in pieces. So I'm doing a full restoration back to the way it was in '78 as a custom. So this is the start, doing the engine all over, and I've got most of the parts already, and I got a lot of the stuff chromed already. So we just got the paint. We got to do some work on the frame and get the paint. And after I get the pan head together, then we'll get going on that 57 sports stuff as far as putting that together.
Jake, somebody asked, Carl asked, is the IMCA or UMP?
Oh no,
Mhm.
it's asphalt stuff I run.
What's IMC? Oh, maybe that's an L. Sorry, LMCA.
International, I don't know, those are different series.
Oh, okay.
I run in the Pro All Star Series, the ACT Tour, and then I want to say that Southern race was maybe CRA or Southern Super Series. So.
And Mull's watching too. He says the Jet.
Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo.
Les says, congratulations, Jake, a talented young man. Keep it up. So now you're gonna be talented in the motorcycle industry.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. You got.
Now we've got my
Anything
pinhead
else?
motor over here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Show the the tops.
So I'm working on this, getting the tops. These are new tops we just did. They came from Paco, and then we slotted them and welded them, finished welding them all up, and speeded to match the other covers. So I got to pull this top off and button these up, and then this motor can go in the frame. This is all rebuilt. It's got STD heads and it's got STD cases, and it's got a cam in it, and it's just warmed up a little bit, but it'll be a great rider.
Hi Gary, did you get your paint job yet? Gary from Florida is watching.
Oh, okay.
Shannon, no, we don't sell Simpson helmets. Any other helmets, but no Simpson. Mike Woodcheck likes those tops. Are you gonna paint them, or are you just gonna
there's
do
going
them
to be
brush?
glass beaded just like that.
Leave them like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else to add to it?
No, this is just, like I said, this will be a cool bike. It'll, when all these pieces come together, it'll look good. It's got a wide glide front end. I haven't done any chrome on it at all. Actually, I'm looking at these push rod tubes. These are probably one of the very, very few pieces of chrome on the bike. But what I did do is nickel plating. I've got a bunch of nickel plating that's going on there. So it's going to be, very old school, just some nickel plating, glass beading, some black, and
Those are nickel plated.
no, these aren't.
But are you gonna switch them or leave them? That's
the
it.
push rod tubes?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to leave them because the air cleaner. I've got a stock air cleaner. So by the time the air cleaner comes on here, it's a stock original panhead stainless steel air cleaner. By the time I get that air cleaner on here, you're not going to see half of this stuff anyway.
Okay. All right. Anything else to add to today's show? We want to thank Indian and Law Tigers for sponsoring Chopper History.
Yeah, I hope that sometime in the near future, we'll have an Indian here that we're going to tear down. We've got a project kind of in the works for an Indian Scout. And if we do get it, we're going to give it a full facelift. So it'll be a little different. The one thing that I remember, Alan Ness, who was my good friend, the last year that Alan went to Sturgis, he rode an Indian Scout that he did all over. It was really cool. I remember him telling me how nice it was to have a lightweight bike that you could maneuver around and basically pushing around baggers. They get heavier as you get older, believe me.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to maybe doing a Scout project.
Walter Curio says early panheads had aluminum pushrod tubes.
Yeah.
This is considered a later one though, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess that's it for today's episode of Chopper History. We'll be back on Monday with Bubba Blackwell, the stunt rider, the original stunt rider. And on Thursday, Mandy and Shelly Rossmeyer from Destination Daytona down in Florida. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Anything else to add, Dad?
No, just like I say, want to thank Indian and Law Tigers.
Yeah.
And
we should get Dunkin' Donuts to sponsor.
I know every time I got a Dunkin' Donuts coffee in my hand every week. Well, if anybody knows Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
tell them to call us. We'll take them as a sponsor.
Yeah. Send them our way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday and have a good weekend.